trying to get the background there. There it is.
I'm too short.
Just at a loss for words today, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Love y'all. Be good to each other. Make plans, not excuses, and get after it. Check out that chest pump. Not too shabby, right? Not too shabby at all. The trailer's here. Camper's on the trailer. I think it was my buddy was telling me that I need to move these two bolts. Make this a little higher. So put up here. So it's because my truck's a little higher. Let me pause the music. Hold on. Anyways, I am so hurting from yesterday, so I'm not gonna do much work today. And plus, I want to let this settle. I can already see that it's settled some more already. Look at that. So, is there something underneath there, holding it up? Let's see. Huh. Looks like something's caught underneath there holding it up, like a piece of wood or something. Who is that? I'll have to take a look at that. Looks like it's being held up a little bit over here. Oh, you know what? That's what we should have done. I wonder if that's being... Dang it. It's not laying flat. It needs to come back more. Can't come back much more. Off the edge of the trailer. Jeez. It's going to take a lot of screws to hold this down, I think. Anyways, I'm not going to worry about that today. I am going to I can't believe I didn't notice that yesterday. Today I am going to see, this is all flush here, laying flat here. It's up there because of that piece of metal, I think. So I don't know what to do about that. Shim it? You can't shim it. It needs to lay flat. That needs to lay flat. That can't be like that. I didn't notice this yesterday. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's got to come back. There's that metal lit. See, the piece of metal goes to right to here, and I think this is resting on that metal. That's why I wanted a flat trailer. But you do what you got to do with, right? Anyways, I think for right now, I'm only gonna be out here for 20-30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do the trim around this window, maybe around these windows. So do that first, and then I'll get cracking on some other stuff. I gotta find all my cords though, because my lights are off. That's why it's so dark in here. Fan, gotta get the fan going here. Alright, I'm not gonna be out here very long. Yeah, my body's, I can barely walk. My knees hurt so bad. The thing in my back, remember I went to the chiropractor yesterday and he adjusted it, but it hurt. It like almost made me cry. He popped it and it hurt so bad. So, anyways, we're gonna stay in here, buddy. We got work to do. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I wonder if I can get a crowbar in there and just wedge that back down. Huh. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Time to work. We got work to do, buddy. So I want to finish up these a lot of smaller jobs and get them all the material for them up and out of the way, so I can get working on attaching the trailer to the camper and putting in the plywood in the garage and stuff like that. So that includes these shelves. You got to get those. As you saw me put the round-headed plugs in. Now I stained them. Now I've got to go back and polygel them. But for now, I'm going to set up this fan so I can work inside the hot camper and put up all the window trim, because all those pieces are on that table over there, the workbench you saw earlier, laid out. So if I can get rid of those, get those hung, and get them out of the way, it'll free up some room for me. And one of these small jobs I've got to do is attach a kick plate, or a, what do you call it, an edge guard. And I'm using one that you usually use on stairs. I just made sure it was long enough to fit across the bed area, so that every time we get up and out of the bed, we're not pushing on the edge of the vinyl for the wall or the vinyl for the floor. Just a way of protecting it so it lasts longer. Now let's move on to the trim for the inside of the windows. Like I told you before, I needed all those pieces picked up, and I made a lot of them, and I want to get them out of the way and hung up so they don't get lost in the shuffle. So I do the back windows first, and then I do the side windows, actually the ones over the kitchen. And of course, doing the trim work means I've got to countersink my screw holes and then cover them with the round-headed plugs. And then of course go back and paint them with the waterproofing gray paint. And now let's move over to those windows I told you about. The ones over the kitchen sink and the kitchen area. Got to get the trim hung, screw all those pieces in, and then of course cover them with the plugs. And when I disappear like that, I go with the pieces, the trim, and cut them at the chop saw and bring them right back and screw them in. I just need to show you all that as well. Do I? And now here's a close-up of the round-headed plugs, the glue I use, and how I place them into the holes. And there's one happy carpenter right there. Just kidding. Can't wait for it to be done at this point. I'm just getting excited because the trailer's attached. That means I'm getting closer to being done. Yep, I am delighted that all the inside window trim is done. That was very time consuming, but well worth it. You can see how good it looks. I'll show you a better view of that later. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and place those stabilizers I bought. A while back I showed you a video that came as a pack of 4 through Amazon. And at this point right now where I'm messing with them, I haven't decided if I want to weld them onto the frame yet. I decide to go ahead and weld them on the frame though, because it's just one more loose part that's going to rattle and eventually get loose over time. And most stabilizers I've seen on trailers are welded on. So when I weld them on at some point in the future. I will show you that video later. Yeah, you can see that jack handles that stabilizer jack handles the weight really well, and I even tried to show you on this side that I jacked it up. You can see how it moves a little bit, but I just wanted to keep it from rocking back and forth as I was working on it. Now I decided not to extend the front one because I'm not sure exactly where it should go. I need to do some research as to the best place to put that. I asked my buddy, the trailer guy, what he thought, and he gave me his advice on it as well. I'll show you in a second what it looks like. Here you go. All right, before I go in for the night, I want to get a quick coat of polygel on this set of shelves right here, so it can be drying. So as I was polygelling this, I noticed that the bracket pieces that I had taken from another project, they didn't seem to be as dark as the rest of the shelves. So that kind of bothered me. So in order to darken it up, before I polygelled that, I wanted to add some more stain to it. I don't know if you noticed earlier while I was working, I ran out of those round-headed plugs, and I had to go check the mail and see if they came, and they did. I ordered a couple boxes more of those things. I think they come 50 or 100 per box, and you can see I've used a lot of them. So I'm going to go ahead and fill these screw holes in with the plugs so I can get some paint over them. Then I remembered another job I have to do before we can get traveling in this thing is finish attaching the cabinet that fridge goes in so it's secure. And I needed to make sure that I used the right screws and that I got into the studs. Like it was before, remember I loosened it when I had to put the epoxy countertop in there. So much for going in, right? Yeah, I found another job that needed to be done that could be done while inside resting. These plugs can get painted and they can dry while I'm inside, so I didn't want to go inside without finishing that job too. I just keep finding the one more job and one more job to do before I go in. That's okay, at least it's done. Okay, you didn't see me do it, but I went ahead and cut some 3/8 plywood into strips, and I'm putting that underneath the 2x2s as spacers. Not on purpose, but just because that's where the way the trailer sat on there. Remember, there was that metal ridge that I can't do anything about in the front, kind of lifted it up a little bit. So I used the plywood as shims, and it's secured it just fine. Oh yeah, that is a beautiful addition to this hot shop. A little loud. It's a little loud. And no, I'm not sponsored by Ryobi. Those are the tools my kids got for me for Father's Day. I believe it was a packet of different Ryobi tools. Ended up being my favorite type of cheaper tools right now. I really do like Ryobi a lot. And now I'm opening up that window, make sure that there's no damages to it, because the other one was damaged when it came. Alright, another day has passed, so let's get another coat of polygel on here so we can get these shelves hung up pretty quick.